Hi, this is Scott Shaw. This video is about domestic abuse, and yeah, it's a huge problem, but you know what else is a big problem? False and exaggerated claims of domestic abuse. This video is about how to defend yourself and win if you're wrongly accused of domestic abuse in the state of Georgia. Who I am, I'm Scott Shaw. We're Georgia divorce and child custody attorneys. We do know what we're talking about. We've been doing this for a long time. Defending and winning against false domestic abuse allegations are some of our proudest moments as attorneys. These are very hard-fought cases. Most attorneys actually shy away from them. We don't. Cases like this are what great attorneys are for, and there's no sense being humble about that. The first thing to understand is most attorneys don't have a clue where to start to defend yourself. The problem is many of these allegations are largely he said, she said. More often than not, most attorneys tell you just settle the matter. The judge is most likely going to uphold it, so why bother to fight it? If this is your attorney, unless this attorney really knows what they're doing and is good at this, get a second opinion. I can't remember how many times clients have come to me where their first attorney told them exactly that, and we've actually gone on to win the case in defending them against these false allegations. So you can successfully defend against false or exaggerated allegations of domestic abuse. And then some people ask me how. Well, it's pretty simple, actually. Read the law. It sounds so simple, but it's so effective. The elements of the law are specific and concisely defined. So what does the law say about domestic violence? Law states that first, it is up to your accuser to prove that you committed either a felony, a battery, an assault, stalking, criminal damage to property, unlawful restraint, or criminal trespass. If he or she cannot prove you committed such a crime, and that this will likely reoccur, so protection is needed, you should not be the victim of a false or exaggerated temporary protection order. Put your accuser to the task of proving their case instead of rolling over. Make them prove it. If you have been falsely accused, you are not alone. And this past month of September alone in Clayton County, we had to defend 3 different cases of false or exaggerated claims of domestic abuse. In each case, the judge let the accuser put up their case. Each accuser actually had their own attorney. So it's not like we're just going up against pro se parties. And it was my job to hold them to first within the relevant law and within the rules of evidence. And yet, in none of these cases, which many attorneys would say it's just he said, she said, or we're not going to be able to win anyways, we put the accusers up there to meet their burden of proof. And in none of these cases could they. It would have been a huge mistake for our clients who have rolled over in these cases. Another thing about domestic abuse is false or exaggerated domestic abuse claims are too often used as a weapon of terror. I understand domestic abuse laws have their purpose, and I've gotten enough of them from my clients who have been abused. But I've seen a pattern lately that the domestic abuse law is being turned around and being used as a weapon of terror against innocent people. For example, in the cases I mentioned in September, one of our clients had a different attorney 2 years ago. He told them, just settle it, we can't win it, etc. What was the consequence of that? Well, this time, 2 years later, when the new false allegations came out, it ended up putting my client in jail for 5 days, and his daughter was removed from him for months. Why? Because he had history. This was all consequences of not fighting the initial allegations to begin with. So this time he retained us. We did not roll over. We made the woman prove her case. We put the law to work for us, and we left that courtroom vindicated. I mean, this woman, she was truly trying to use this law as a terror to make herself seem as if she was a victim. We could not get those 5 days of jail back from her client, but you know what? Now we're going for full custody of his daughter. Persevere and win. Don't roll over. If these fact patterns sound familiar to you, you're not alone. Cases like this can be won. Yes, these are some of the hardest cases of all to win. It will take a fight. There are no guarantees, but yeah, you can win. We do win these cases. So we're Shaw Law Firm. If you have any questions, please contact us. Getting a fair shake in court sometimes does take a fight. This is what we do. We'd be happy to hear from you, answer any of your questions. Thank you.